Hello and welcome back to my basement. This is Jeremiah Wolf. I started recording this about 4:30 in the morning. It's a little bit past that now, but if I look like I just got out of bed, it's because I did. But came down here this morning and I started doing some labs, and I quickly ran into a scenario that I've never encountered before. I needed to see all of my secondary IP addresses in one go without having to do a bunch of commands or look through a bunch of output. And I've just never had to do that before. So I thought, okay, let's figure this out. So I did. I figured it out. And I thought, hey, I could share this. Maybe it'll help somebody else out. But more than that, I'm going to share with you some other command line tools, tricks that you're probably aware of, maybe not. So hopefully you get something out of it. Maybe there's something new in here for you. So let's go ahead and do this together. And technical demos never go right, so we'll see how this goes. All right, so we want to see IP addresses. What do we usually do? Show IP interface brief. All right, there's our output. It's a bit messy, however, but a couple of things that we're going to keep in mind. One, it shows us our IP addresses, but only the actual the host address. We don't see the subnet mask. And it's also a lot of output. So let's say we want to narrow this down. Now, you guys probably already know this. We can exclude down if we don't want to see the down interfaces. Or likewise, we can exclude unassigned if we don't want to see anything that hasn't been assigned an IP address. Those are handy. But again, I still don't see secondary addresses, nor do I see subnet masks. Well, how can I see subnet masks? Well, we can do show protocol. And hey, look at that. Again, let's clean this up a little bit. We'll exclude all of our down interfaces. Oops. Exclude down. And hey, look, we see our interface, gig02, the primary address, including the subnet mask. But I still don't have the secondary address. Well, how can I see the secondary address? I can do show IP interface gig0/2. And here we go. We got our internet address with the subnet mask and our secondary address with the subnet mask. We also have our broadcast address if we needed to know that, if we were doing a convoluted subnet mask. And it tells us all kinds of good information. So it's a great command, but I want to see all of my interfaces, all of their secondary addresses. How can I do that? Well, we will just do show IP interface. That'll give us all of them, but that's a lot of it output. So we're going to pipe that through include. I know a lot of guys just do the I. For some reason, I just can't. I always just instinctually type in for include. Okay, so what do I want? Well, I want the interface name. So let's start there. And on this router, I happen to know that it's either going to be a gigabit or a loopback. If I had others, I could modify this command. But what do I want? I want, again, capital G gigabit. But let's say I'm not sure about that. So we're going to do capital G or lowercase g. All right, standard regular expressions. Gig. And what else do I want? I only want to see the interfaces that are up. So up is included in that same line. Now, there might be a different way of doing this, but I'm going to do it this way. Any character, any number of times up. So this will show me any line that starts with giga and also has somewhere in that line up. Okay. Now I want to do the same thing for loopback. So we're going to do capital L or lowercase l, bracket, loop, any character, any number of times, up. All right. Or now I want to see the internet address and the secondary address. So let's go ahead and do that. Internet address, secondary address. I don't see the secondary address. What did I do wrong? Well, this is case sensitive. So let's just demonstrate what we already know to be true. We can do capital or lowercase a, address. There it is. Let me clean it up so you can see it better. All right. So now I get all of my interfaces, their primary and secondary addresses. Well, that's cool and all, but that's a lot of typing. And let me tell you, as someone who has recorded this video multiple times, it's really easy to mess that up because there's just so much in there. So how do we do it better? What's a better way of doing it? Well, we can do, under config mode, we can do an alias. Alias in the exec mode. So it's a show command we're doing, so that's an exec mode command. And we're going to, we'll call this all IP. This is going to show us all of our IPs. So that's this is the arbitrary name that I have chosen, all IP. And what is that all IP? It is, let me just, we'll copy this part to make it easier. So that is show IP interface pipe include. Okay. So if I do a do all IP, hey, there it is. And if I exit out and all IP, oops, all IP, one word. There it is. So sweet. So that alias is working. Now you can put that in your config and save it. So if you have these complex commands, you can just save it like that. Now, to that end, something else that you guys probably do, but not everyone's aware of. I'm always surprised about this. Whenever I'm doing labs, I have a series of commands. Excuse me, I need to cough. Excuse me. I have a series of commands that I always do. So I bring up all of my routers, and then in secure CRT, I have this set to send commands to all sessions if I use this little window down here, and then I send it a bunch of commands. So let's see, everybody is logged in. So I do config t line console 0 exec timeout 0, so it doesn't time me out. Logging sync, if you're not familiar with logging synchronous, you should be. That basically, if you're typing a command and output appears on the screen, your command's all messed up. You don't know what you typed and what you didn't. If you do logging synchronous, you'll be typing a command, there'll be some output on the screen, and then the console will put back on the command line for you what you've already typed. So it just makes life way more convenient. So I always do logging synchronous. Usually, unless I actually am using named, if I'm using DNS locally to resolve things, I will do no IP domain lookup, because if you mistype a command, it'll then interpret that you're trying to telnet to a named host, and it will do a DNS lookup. And if you don't have DNS configured, then it's going to time out, and so you got to sit there, and it's a giant pain, and you can't really kill it early. So no IP domain lookup. And then finally, here's the command that we just used. Let's check it. Alias exec all IP show IP interface pipe include giga loop internet address secondary address. That looks good, so we're going to copy that, and we will come down here to the send to all sessions. We will paste it in, enter. Did it do it over here? Did it do it over here? Yes. So I should be able to do all IP, and there it is on my other devices. So those are some handy tools you could have. One other thing that I will show you, I don't think I mentioned. So you got a long command like this, and you realize you messed something up, or oftentimes you want to do a no of a command that you've already typed. Control A will take you back to the beginning of the line. For some reason, with this specific image in EVNG, I have to hit it twice. I don't know why that is. Most of the time I don't. Control A will take you to the beginning line, so you can just know that out. Control E will take you to the end of the line. And there's lots of other keyboard shortcuts that they're probably worth learning, at least a few of them. Control A and Control E are probably the most frequently used. And then I think Control K will delete everything to the end of the line. That can also be convenient. Okay. So there's just some simple things and maybe some ideas that will kind of get you to do some, your own stuff, not necessarily do exactly what I did, but maybe this will point you in the direction of something you can do for yourself. So I hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching. See you next time.